Welcome to another episode of Coffee Radio Reasonings. This is your boy Junior Culture representing Natural Vibe Sound, and right now I have someone that is very special to me, one of my good friends in the music business, Genie Sweetness. What's up, man?
Hey.
So for all the people who don't know, a lot of people want to hear Genie Sweetness. Who is Genie Sweetness? Who is Genie Sweetness?
Me.
Yeah.
Genie Sweetness is me. Let me just first say my mom, my family calls me Genie. My mom calls me Sweetness. So there's really, nothing behind that. That's just Genie Sweetness. But I, my family migrated to Detroit when they came up from Jamaica. And, there are a lot of stage shows in Detroit. So you're having Dennis Brown, Yellow Man, Leroy Sibbles, Glenn Washington. And our house was the after party. So this is little Genie sneaking, trying to see, what's going on. Who's that? So that's Genie Sweetness.
And I got to ask you this.
Yes.
I ask you off the record, I'm going to ask you on the record. What's your most fondest memory of one of those house parties?
Leroy Sibbles. Leroy Sibbles. Yes. To this day, my mom is Vicky. Mama Sweetness, her name is Vicky. Yes.
Miss Vicky.
Yes.
Miss Vicky.
So even to this day, he still, is that little Vicky? And I'm like, oh my God, my name's Genie now. But yes, here we are 30, 40 years later, and I'm still little Vicky. Yes, Leroy Sibbles, hands down.
So then it's fair to say then that your love for the music and the culture is deeply rooted. It's not you see an opportunity last night and you pick it up. So.
No, from the womb.
Yeah, so
from the womb.
It is fair to say that you are well versed in the reggae business.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of what I want to do with Reasonings. Is I want to bring people, take that curtain back, so people can know who are the movers and shakers. Big up all the artists them.
Yes.
But you can't have an artist without distribution, without brand management.
Right.
So talk about VPAL. When I think of Genie Sweetness, today I think of VPAL, which is a very good thing. Talk about VPAL.
Well, first I want to shout out the director, which is Donovan Williams. He's been holding VPAL down since 2009. VP Associated Label Group. Let me say that first. VPAL is the independent distribution for VP Records, right? So, and here comes me, crazy, whatever. And so Donovan's like, you know what, I need someone. Let me try her out a little bit. And I've been there in VPAL music for 3 years. Yes.
You said independent.
Yes.
Define independent, because a lot of people hear about independent artists and it doesn't ring in their mind exactly what independent is. So what's an independent artist?
So independent is like this. Of course, you have VP Records. So if you're signed to the record label, then you have a whole team that's assigned to you, and there's a budget and they have meetings and they break out all of your projects and go through all of these things, you may get an advance or things like that. All of these that are recoupable, they're paid back through sales and other, ventures, whatever your agreement is with the label.
Right.
With the independent part of it, then you are the label. You're the label. So you have the budget, you have the team, you're the one that's putting everything together. And so that's basically the independent part of it.
And it's a lot more work, right? For the artist.
It is a lot more work, but it's also a lot more rewarding because you can't be lazy, right? So it's more rewarding because you own all of your every aspect of the music. You own it, right? But then you have more of an appreciation, so you're gonna go out and get those shows. Right. You're gonna do your video drops. You're gonna link with the DJs and radio personalities, bloggers, vloggers. You're gonna link with all of these persons, understanding that your career is gonna go in the direction that you put it in. So it's a lot of work, but I am indie to the bone. I love it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Zine.
Yes.
So, when an artist approach Genie or approach VPAL or approach that one, what is it that you look for in an artist? So for all the young artists right now that are listening, before you reach out to Genie and VPAL, what is it that they should make sure that they have with them?
Get your social media together. Your children are beautiful. I am happy that Peter went to school. I am so happy that Lil Sally did her little cheerleading. But what about the music part of it? You know what I mean? So of course you want to show your human side, but you're going to acquire new fans internationally because of course we distribute everywhere. Even the penguins are listening. You know that, right? On Antarctica, they over there listening.
With them tuxedo.
Right.
Yeah, you have some dancehall penguin over there. Hey, we're so New York right now. Like,
I know. I love it. I love it. I love it.
New York. The dancehall penguin them.
Yes.
You ever see Madagascar?
Yes.
Rico?
Yes.
That's penguin named Rico, and no Rico is
right. Right.
And him, yeah. So the dancehall penguin them all listen and get VPAL music too.
Yes. So definitely get your social media in order. That's priority number one because these are the platforms where you're going to let your fans, new and old, know about your music. Right. You're going to let them know where you've been, where you're going, and plus they have live sessions on social media and everything. So we're looking to see, are you utilizing your social media to the best of your ability? Where's your bio, your EPK? A lot of artists, a lot of labels and producers think like, oh, my EPK has to be this grand thing. No, it's how did you get started in the business? What direction are you going in? Maybe some pictures from some things that you've done, you know, and some of them are ready and boom, distribution. Some of them are not. So it's like, okay, now you need to put together your marketing and promotions plan. Were you to get distribution with VPAL Music, then how are you going to market and promote? Now, we're going to assist you because we have all of our platforms, right? But how are you going to assist, and how can we assist you to get your music to the next level? Right. Okay, so if you're not ready, then there is some artist development part where we're going to assist you with getting prepared or getting in the right direction.
So can I play devil's advocate right
yes.
now? And
yes.
May your friend, so
yes.
I'm not starting a fight. Is that really would still be described as an independent artist if they go through VPAL? I want you to make those artists know now that yes, you are still truly independent.
You are independent.
Somebody going to ask.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep. And you are independent. You have to consider this. And let me just, toot our horn a little bit right there. Consider that Freddie McGregor was with VP Records for so many years.
Right.
And VPAL Music distributed the root of the music, right? Mm-hmm. Consider that Lady Saw, was signed to VP Records for so many years, and her last dancehall album and her first and second gospel albums are all VPAL Music. Beanie Man, VP Records for so many years, right? And when he did like a lot of collaborations and productions, and the last time he put out an album, it was physical CD that was running things, right? Consider that we distributed his first album in 10 years. Yeah. So you're no longer VP Records, you're VPAL Music. And so you're independent. So when you saw Beanie Man release Unstoppable, and you saw Digicel hop on that, so he went all around Jamaica, right? And he's on his truck giving out CDs, T-shirts, taking pictures. He worked his album himself.
The Beanie Man, the king of
dancehall. The king of dancehall and fashion. Yes, the king himself worked his album. So no, you're not signed to the label. You're signed to yourself. Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this then. These can we just have reasoning, right?
Just
right?
reasoning.
So people, they're taking part in our reasoning.
Right.
I will put you on the spot. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite body of work that you have distributed so far? That you can't stop listening to this day.
I'd have to say that I don't have a favorite because I don't play favorites with anyone.
Right.
So I honestly, really and truly don't have a favorite at all.
So so let me ask it this way then. Is there a body of work or is there an artist out there that you, Genie Sweetness, right now is going to put yourself out there on the block and say, you know what, look out for this artist as the next one?
I can't say that. It's an artist. What has happened, and when you're looking at producers, because now the producers, having an understanding of the digital world as it is for music, are coming to the forefront.
Right.
So we do have some producers like Lanky Marsden, Bobby York, Kamal. These are just a few of the producers who are now coming to the front, and that's who we're working with. Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Oh. you don't even understand what is getting ready to come out right now from these great producers, and I'm here for it.
And so it's fair to say then that the producers are the ones that drive the business then?
What it's fair to say is that they are understanding that they are responsible for a lot in reggae music, and that they are coming to the front because they're taking that responsibility. If we're the ones who are putting these melodies together, if we're the ones who are assisting the artists with getting to the next level, then we're the ones who are responsible for the state of reggae where it is now, and we're responsible for making sure that it does get the positive light that it should get, and that we're going to assist it with continuing on that positive level.
Speaking of the state of reggae then.
Yes.
The state of reggae.
Yes. We need help. We need help. I think that we're being overshadowed by a lot of the hype and a lot of the issues that's going on. So where I'm here like pumping, the blood, this is the heart, and I'm pumping, I'm CPR, just trying to pump as much life into it as I can from where I sit to make sure that it is shown in a more positive light, and that the internet and all that's going on is not overshadowing it. But we definitely need help.
Do you think has streaming helped or hurt reggae and dancehall?
I think that it's definitely streamed, because whereas a lot of us cannot afford to purchase music,
right,
we have so many platforms, and I don't want to call them all and then miss any of them, like Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora. I don't want to call them all, but we do have these platforms that they're on our phones, and we could stream the music. Of course, you're going to hear commercials and advertisements or whatever, but the music is getting to way more people now than it was when all you could do was purchase it. Everyone doesn't have a CD player. Everyone doesn't have a record player, but everyone can stream the music.
Right, and I personally, as a DJ, as a selector, I think it's a great thing, because I get introduced to some great artists out there. Great artists, and I don't want to single out any of them, but you know who you are. And I would have never learned about these artists if it wasn't for streaming.
Yes,
if it wasn't for,
yes.
Email blasts.
Yes.
Right? I wouldn't. And if I get a song from you, I'll be honest, if I get an email from VPAL, I'm going to listen to it.
Yes.
But then you have some artists out there that will send an email, because I'm on the radio and then I put on the flyer.
Right.
Email, Junior Culture, blah, blah, blah. They will send me an email, and when I get the email, I swear to you, Genie, and it's one of my pet peeves in the business. And
what you talking about, track 1 or track 4?
It's worse than that. It says audio, VC, whatever.
Right?
Oh. It don't have a name on the track. It don't have a title. And it will just be, yo, my boss, check out that tune for me. And they're like, yo, what? And then, to make it worse, they will put in the email, play it on the radio. And then, I made a mistake once. Yeah. Bad word there. And I'm like, yo, seriously. And I'm sitting here like, yo. And I blame streaming for that. I'll be honest with you. Streaming, like my brother Justice said, streaming has its positives and its disadvantages.
Absolutely.
But for me as a radio DJ, sometimes I feel like streaming sometimes the negative outweigh the positives in me sometimes.
You know what though? You're in charge of your own career, and that's part of the artist development of things, because there's a quote I read, and I don't remember where I got it from, but it said that you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So whereas you're just really excited, you just got out of the studio, you just really need to get your song out, so it doesn't occur to you to stop and label it and put all of the metadata in there. It doesn't occur to you. You just really want to get it out. So they don't really necessarily understand all the time how they need to word their things. And also quite often the explicit version is when they're going hardcore, they're freestyling, they're getting it out, and then don't really understand that everyone can't play that version though, so you do need to have an edited version to it. So that again is the developmental part of everything. And I'm an advocate for saying research. I did I said, you know what? I keep telling them to research. Let me pretend like I'm a client and not on the administrative side of things, and let me say it's hard. Because you can Google all you want to, but you don't really know what you're Googling.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I know that it may seem like I'm tired of the streaming thing, but it really is just a lack of knowledge.
Right.
It really is. And, they end up chasing hype instead of chasing, like, those who are really willing to help them get to the next platform. And so, now one thing I will say about streaming, it pays so little. And that's, as a distributor, that is one of our pet peeves. If streaming has taken over download, can we just get like a little bit more? Oh, okay. I don't.
What is it? 1,500 for hip hop music or for American? I don't know the numbers for Caribbean, but for hip hop, it is 1,500 streams equal one sale. I heard that.
It's actually because I was speaking with SoundScan, and it's actually across the board. But because reggae doesn't get those big numbers, then that's why it's just really not equaling out. It's bad, I know, but that's up to us to continue to pump the positivity so we can. They call us a niche genre.
Yeah, and that's
niche.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've been playing music for almost 20 years now. Almost 20 years. I won't even lie about that. Started 1999, so 19 years. My goal with Reazonings, like I said earlier, is to show people who are the movers and shakers in the business. But also, if for my little three people, yeah, Geanetta Shaw, right? Don't think we're so New York, right? We're so New York, yeah. So
we're Reasoning.
Yeah, the Reazonings. And the plane is flying over here. I know business. I'm gonna say, because that plane is a bad mind.
Hey, this is my element. This is indie.
Yeah, this is straight indie. We don't have no blue screen behind us or nothing. It's
No.
just 100% real. And I go off script all the time because we keep it real, right? And this plane is a bad mind plane. So I still going to say, the goal of Reazonings is, and big up my mother all the time. And my mother, she don't like boogie yaga music, right? She call it boogie yaga music. I grew up in the church, my mother don't like it. But there are certain songs that she liked. And I'm like, yo, ma, do you know who sings that?
Yes.
And then I want to introduce those people. And I think that will help the business, because the business has this niche crowd right now.
Niche.
But for it not to be in the niche anymore, it has to break the norms.
Right.
Go out there and expand itself. So that is the goal that I'm doing right now. And I gotta ask you this: how can artists, the young artists who is listening right now, the people that want to help the business? You said reggae needs help. You said dancehall needs help. That means VPAL needs help. And I know you're not bossy, you're not brash. How can people help out?
How can they help out? You're part of the music. The music is not just the artists. It's not just the producers and the writers and the choreographers and the musicians. It's not just persons like myself. It's those of you who listen to it, right? So listen to it, and give your honest, unbiased opinion about it, and speak to the artists. They are on social media, and speak to the writers, everyone who's a part of the music. I'm definitely reachable and I respond, so speak to them and say, hey, I like this, or hey, I don't like this. And when there are workshops in your area, because there are so many workshops on all the different continents, especially like in Europe during the summer. So go to the workshops, get that information, give your concerns, your suggestions, but more than anything, listen to the music. Don't leave us. Stay with us. We're in this together. And
make your own mind.
Yes.
Don't just like a song.
Yes.
Everybody like it.
Yes.
Listen to the song.
Yes.
Give your feedback.
Yes.
I'm not an artist, but I'm going to talk like I'm an artist.
Yes.
The artists, the producers, the distributors, they need to know a better way.
Yes.
To get on. I know you guys have your metrics and you do your work.
Yes, it's a lot.
Raw data comes from you.
Yes.
Support.
Yes.
We're reaching out to everybody out there, continue supporting the music. Right?
Yes.
So Genie.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
Hear you talk.
Yes, right? Yes.
Almost every day.
A lot. Yes.
So I do it on camera too.
Yes.
All right, Mama. So again, tell them how them can reach out to you.
Well, I'm Genie Sweetness everywhere. Branding is important.
Branding is important.
It's okay if I'm Genie Sweetness, but then like on this platform, I'm Hot Mama Stiletto Breaker or something. Hey. What branding is so important. So there's Genie, Sweet, Ness is Genie Sweetness across everything. I'm there and I'm friendly. I've moved my antics off of my page, but normally I'm having fun. No, but definitely there. And you know what I want to shout out though? I think we need to shout out junior culture. I think we definitely do. I was a rebellious teen, and so I did move over to hip hop. Oh, I don't like reggae. I don't like, and actually Natural Vibes brought me back to reggae. Just having the understanding of the direction that it was going in and stuff. So we have to shout out the whole Natural Vibes team: Fat Boy, Alvis, Neville, Rico. Got to shout you guys out because you from the Singer's Choice tapes and just everything that reached all the way to Detroit. So it's people like that, and I love my DJs, love my bloggers, love my vloggers. I have very tight relationships with those who push the music out. So and the listeners. But I did want to take a moment out to shout out them, of course.
I can't end it without bringing us to a different frame of mind. Big up. Miss Bonita.
Don't make me cry.
I have to. I didn't get the chance to meet her personally, but her influence live on. So
you know what? People really thought Bonita Desperado, rest in peace. It's almost been 2 years. They really thought that we were the same person.
I did.
No, we definitely look alike, but we were two different people. She is my sister, my soulmate, and she passed of cancer a couple years ago. But she is someone, who still had vinyl. She even had the turntable that hooked up to your laptop, CDs, everything. She's a huge promoter in the Midwest, and this is two girls from the Midwest that just kind of broke onto the New York scene, and we did a lot of online things because of where we were, and then we came over to New York and we did a lot of promotions here. Shout out to the Star Crew family, Phil and Kevin, Sound Clashes. I really have this is my 25th year in the industry. I did start off as, street team doing flyers and stuff, but Bonita is my heart and soul, and I really felt like I lost a part of me when she passed, because we really, kicked butt and took no names, and I still definitely have that spirit, and I still feel that her spirit is there, because as I elevate, I definitely remember all of the times that she kind of pushed me forward and was like, yo, there's the people and there's the people behind the people, and we're the people behind the people, so get behind them and hold them up, and that's why I got these broad shoulders. I don't get tired. I do not get tired, and again, I love my indies, but what you put in and what you get out, and I love her, and I honor her by continuing to do the best that I can do as Genie Sweet. As a matter of fact, she's the one who said put Genie and Sweetness together. I know they call you that, so she put that together, and I do can't believe I didn't cry, but yeah.
But our memory will live on.
Yes.
The fruits of our labor is still showing. So Bonita, big up yourself. I didn't get to meet you personally, but I've met your work. So we're going to continue to support it. So Genie.
Yes. Junior culture.
Respect, Gene.
Yes.
This is Coffee Radio Reasonings. Oh, Rocksteady University. So make sure to check out Rocksteady University. Big up.